This is my prediction about what will happen after the Ukraine war is over. I think it will be the beginning of a new era in politics, of how nations will be organized, of how resources will be exploited, of how labor will be done, and how we will see countries, nation states, moving forward. As much as it pains me to say, but Ukraine will no longer exist because it will be held accountable for all the money they borrowed from USA, from the European Union, and all the corporations who donated to them both humanitarian aid and military aid. Most likely, Russia will take more than 50% of the territory of Ukraine, and the United Nations will most likely create an international zone. Essentially, an international economic zone from what will remain. In order for Ukrainians to survive, or what is left of them, they will emigrate to Europe, Russia, or to the USA. Or, if they choose, they will work in that commercial zone where taxes will be almost 0% or even 0%, making it a very fertile land for every corporation to invest in, and to invest in the reconstruction of that economic zone which was formerly Western Ukraine. The commercial zone will be owned by multinationals like BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, real estate giants, and international banks like JP Morgan and Chase, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, and mega food and beverage companies like Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Kellogg's, Nestle, and so on and so forth. And the currencies will not be the Ukrainian hryvnia, the dollar, or even the euro. No. But they will be stable coins issued by each corporation that owns parts of that international commercial zone, and workers will conduct transactions with those stable coins on a ledger provided by those corporations they are employed by. And I think those stable coins will not be backed by gold or backed by the dollar, but I think it will be backed by labor or backed by oil. As for the population, it will consist of people from all over the world. Essentially, it will be laissez-faire capitalism driven to the extreme. It will be basically the wet dream of Murray Rothbard, Milton Friedman, and Kalergi, for there will be no dominant nation, no dominant race or culture that in that particular economic zone. It will be nothing like we've seen before. It will be extreme financial slavery for the workers there, and extreme financial profit for the corporations who will own those workers. It will be basically Fordlandia, for those of you who know what I'm talking about. But bigger and very modern. It will be a corporatist utopia. And I think this will mark a precedent for every military conflict moving forward. I think the same will happen to Lebanon, Syria, Palestine, basically the whole Middle East. And I also think that this will mark the beginning of the golden age of private armies. Hear me out. Those mega corporations will become so strong, so wealthy, and so powerful that they will hire soldiers, intelligence agencies, and create their own private military groups. And perhaps they will go to war with each other on many scapegoats, many fabricated bases like corporate espionage, money laundering, and so on and so forth. Basically, Metal Gear Solid, but in real life. And now you might ask yourself, what will be the response of the remaining people who will be watching from the fence this corporatist terror unfold before our eyes? Well, I think nationalism and tribalism will be awakened in the hearts of many people, especially in USA and Europe. And I think this will spark civil wars essentially in every European and North American country. It will be like cause and effect, you know? And the leaders will wonder, oh gee, why is everyone so mad at us? I know my prediction is very bleak and grim, and some of you might think that I'm insane for painting this extreme corporatist dystopian canvas, but I think it is very logical with how things unfold before our very eyes with each new world event, news, announcements, innovations, and so on and so forth. Do I like it? Hell nah! But this is what I think it will happen. And now you might ask yourselves, well, Geo, if that truly unfolds, how can we possibly fight this? Simple. Become tribalistic. Become ungovernable. Train your body. Train your mind. Build small communities with like-minded individuals and people from your tribe. A new dawn awaits us, and it ain't pretty. But there are some of us who will resist. There will be some of us who will fight, and some of us who will be the spearhead of what will emerge from the rubble of this neoliberal globalist experiment who is eating from the inside our very nations. Rest assured, a new dawn is coming.